What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and welcome on back to Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. So, last episode, we took care of the first men. We went to that little grotto, got something going on there. Found some Dweller, or Forerunner. I think it's Dweller. I just get mixed up because I played Halo a ton as a kid. Anyways, we found that little cave sign. We reported that back to Vrel's friend. Now, we got like 2 different warnings from multiple NPCs about how if we want to explore this place, we really should go talk to the one guy first. And the one guy first was not the Long Defeat. It is Dead Congregation, but it seems like that's in the same place as the main quest. So I am not gonna make the mistakes I previously made, and instead we're gonna get straight to the place we're meant to go. I try not to bug this location out because I'm sure there's some cool stuff that can happen here. So I'm gonna try my damned hardest not to get caught up and sidetracked away from the main quest and end up throwing. Crap iron. Nah, you ain't healing, bro. Nah. Get me fucked up. What else did you have? No, we're good on that. Well, this is gonna be all the people infected by the Wyrdness now. Which is good, because we get things like that immaculate item we just found on... You had the immaculate, right? Yeah, we want that. We want all the immaculate weird plasm items that we can get. I've taken many, many buffs from things like that. Dip, dive, and dodge. He's dead. And more unidentified items. Yes, please. We want those, we need those, we'll take those. Alright, that's this place cleared. Capitol Bridge. I would feel like there's gotta be some kind of goodies in this fortress, but maybe not, because it all looks dilapidated anyways. Alright, so it's decision time. Do we want to keep progressing through the night to get some more unique goodies? You know, we haven't done much nighttime exploration here. Does make it a little hard to see, but we cut right to the city. So let's get to the place we're going at nightfall. See if we can't run into some more goodies. Cut that shit out, whatever you're doing. Free magic levels. We're never going to be using magic, but our 3 levels is 3 levels, right? We didn't have to work for it. I'm going to try not to run into Bell friend and get my ass kicked, too. Wonder if we can get some really tweaked out high level stuff from those unidentified objects. Hello, you. This way. Yeah. What you got for me? Exceptional. I mean, I'll still take it. It's free shit. Frostburn warriors. You are new. Exquisite. Okay, we're getting so much loot opportunities here that I'm gonna save, because if I like fall off a cliff or something in the darkness, we lose all those items that I just gathered. Feeling like a bad habit. Over to the left is where we need to go. What the fuck are you, Croak Mod? Cooked. That's what you are. So it looks like we can just follow this path. A little chunkier than your friends. Distance from his ass. Weird plasm. I don't think we've run into much weird plasm, so pick that up. Oh boy. Alright, let's see. What you got for me? I know he's hitting like a truck if he gets to hit me, so... That guy is chunky. See the health these fucks have. Stop building up these bleed stacks on this guy, and then we'll give him a heavy attack to proc it all. No. I won't be killing my ass when you're so low, I'll tell you that much. Die, my guy. Leave. Jesus. We get 284 cobweb and an immaculate item. Plus 10. We get 10 immaculate items for that, not just the one. Go ahead and save that instantly now that I took his ass down. It's just a shrine. What are you? Old weird stone mine. Okay. What's marked on the map so we don't need to... I need to worry about that too much. Sank a chunk of my resources into not dying to his ass, so those immaculate items better be worth my time. Let's keep rolling. Yeah, if you're ever looking for quick buffs, exploring a night is definitely worth it. Like you'll get some smoke. This road should just lead us directly into the city, it looks like. And I assume this city is gonna have that protection, like the other ones do. I gotta take an elevator up into this bitch, huh? Well, fighting my way through that at night would have earned me some respect, I'd hope. Here we are inside the city, and it does have its... I guess this has a menhir. I think they come from menhirs, right? This barrier. Before we dip in there... I guess we can't... We can. Alright, so let's look. We're gonna do level ups, then looking at this, we would want to go +1 on my perception, get my crit chance up. Our dex is pretty low, but our strength is doing good. Let's do 1 and 1. How about that? We'll spread that evenly between those stats. And skill points, practicality, statuses, debuff deal 25%, deal 15 more debuff. Where is the same perception? 30% chance to apply bleed, critical hits and movement speed. Critical hits heal you for 2% of the damage dealt. This could actually be kind of interesting. Let's sync that. There was an ability somewhere that, if you heavy attacked, was it on daggers? Yeah, it was. That's only on daggers where you can heavy attack to proc the whole stack instantly. That's why I couldn't get that to work. We don't have it available to us. Endurance, strength. Target enemies take 30% increased damage. Increased fizz damage. When below 30 health. We're not going to be dropping below 30 health if my game plan works, so that doesn't matter. If attacks with 100 weapons, reduce the target's stamina by 5% of the inflicted damage. Increase damage for each consecutive 100 weapon by 1% up to 5. We can start working on this. Plus this will get us up to the crit chance buff too. We'll get both those over time, I think. Yeah, that'll work. What's our carry capacity at? 281. I don't think we have enough carry limit to identify those items, but let's look what the one guy gave us. Because we grabbed that one dude's armor set. Increase buff duration by 50. The Orpheus thing didn't have anything else though. Iron steel. I guess he didn't have a unique helmet on. It's the Doriada armor. Orpheus Titan steel armor. Weighs 7.9, significantly chunkier than anything else we have today. Okay, let's go talk to the man. Find out what's in store for us in this side of the map, huh?
I sensed your approach, my king. I,
interested,
of the Gunvaldir tribe, salute you as my forefathers decreed.
Oh, you're all still on board with this. How do you know I'm not alone?
Ah, so you're still speaking with your own voice. Good. At least I won't have to bother with that formal drivel Camelot loves so much. Tell me, how does it work with the two of you? Does the king speak through you sometimes? Or is he just a passenger in your head? Will he ever come out and talk to me face to face? Or does he just sit there quietly, never getting involved? Either way, I've got a few things to say to him. Not exactly polite ones.
I'm sure he'll take that under advisement. We talk in specific conditions.
Ah, so he won't be speaking. Still too weak, is he? Not surprising. Well, then give my regards to the old man. Tell him the Gunvaldir tribe stayed loyal to the old treaties right to the end. The same can't be said of the Camelocians. Pack of cowardly dogs without honor. I hope Arthur's squirming in your head, seeing what his beloved capital has been up to.
He's definitely not pleased. What kind of treaties did you have with Arthur?
Normal ones. Honorable. He entrusted us with the forlorn swords and his crown, the one he used to command giants. We were sworn to guard them. In return, Camelot was supposed to leave us alone, now and forever. But the Camelocians didn't hold up their end of the deal. May their souls rot in the Wyrdness. Can you hear me, Arthur? The treaty is rubbish. I'm rallying the tribes, and we're marching on Camelot. Nothing can stop us anymore. Except ourselves, damn it.
King Arthur wants to reclaim his helmet.
Why? He's barely gotten his life back, and not even all of it. Does he have a death wish or something? There's a passage, sure. And if you're Arthur, it will open for you. Go ahead, if you think you're strong enough. Nobody's gonna stop you. But let me warn you, it's not going to be an easy journey, or a short one.
What do you mean?
Well, the giants are asleep, at least on the surface. But below, what if they wake up when they see Arthur? I doubt they'll be happy. And if the giants weren't enough, there are still the monsters, and other surprises. The legends about this place make it all pretty clear. If I were you, I wouldn't go in there. At least, not until you're sure you have the strength to handle what's hiding inside. Or without the blessing of the tribes, as agreed 600 years ago. You'd know that if you remembered our agreements, Arthur.
Blessing of the tribes?
Yes. The funny thing about our king, as you may already know, was that he was pretty sure of himself and his abilities. He knew he could march in there, grab his crown whenever he wanted, so he didn't sweat when he made a deal with our ancestors. He said he'd come back for his royal hat only if the kingdom was in a dire situation and if all tribes agreed to let him. Traditionally, this was meant to be done during a moot, an assembly of the tribes, and I'm calling one, so we can help each other out if you're up for it.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Well, I need the chieftains to come here because we have to agree on a united front if we're going to fight Camelot. And I want to make damn sure that we fight Camelot not as a solitary tribe, like hot-headed One-Eye once, but as a united force. But I'm worried that something might be keeping them from leaving their villages. I'd like you to look into it.
Why would the tribes listen to an outsider?
They won't. Our tribes aren't exactly known for getting along, and gathering them all in one place at the same time. That's almost a miracle. But now they've left Gunvelder in its time of need, and they're ashamed. And that's even worse. That's why you have to shame them even more, so that they have no choice but to come here or risk their honor. And if they say they won't come because, then you'll deal with a because. Right?
That's usually how it works, yeah.
You're the king, aren't you?
Alright. Help out with the tribes or go there on my own?
Exactly. There's only one sane course of action, but you do you. I'll be waiting. I'm not going anywhere. As a Gunvelder, I've got nowhere to go anyway.
Okay. Kadrun sent me your way to tell you he won't be able to finish his task.
So, looks like fate itself decided to push you my way. That has to mean something. But Kedrun, that's grim news. He may be blunt as a broken axe, but he's loyal as they come. If he sent a non-Rida in his place, then he knew he was dying, and he chose duty over pride. I won't let that go to waste, and neither will you. Truth is, I'd sent him to do the very same task I've just laid before you. Gather the tribes, call the moot. Now you know how important this is.
Fair enough. How many tribes are there?
As of now, 4. The Volker, the Svein, the Ulfr, and the Toyd. Each one with its role, each one with its problems.
The Svein or Ulfr is the clan that left to go to the Forlorn, not the Forlorn, sorry, to go to the Horns of the South. I think it's the Svein tribe that left. Tell me about the Svein.
The Svein are hunters and guardians of something ancient.
Which would be the All-Mother.
What they call a god. Forest devilry, if you ask me. Dangerous enough for us to keep our distance.
Tell me about the dude.
Mages. Clever, but strange. Their power is real, but their methods unsettling. They see the world differently. Useful in a fight, but don't expect to understand them. Still, strength is strength, even if it's wrapped in riddles and sparkles.
Tell me about the Ulfr.
The Ulfra are warriors, the best of us. Or they were. They've gone silent. No word from their chieftain, no sign of life near the haunted keep. I fear what might have befallen them.
Tell me about the Volker.
The Volker were our berserkers, Mather's chosen warriors, unstoppable in battle. But Mather abandoned them, or so they believe. Now their rage is dulled, and they're slipping into despair. If we don't reignite their spirit, we risk losing them entirely. Each tribe carries a part of our legacy. If we are to stand together again, we'll need them all, even the ones who've lost their way.
So you want to invade Camelot?
An eye for an eye. There's no other way. Does that surprise you? I was the one who honored the old treaties Camelot violated. I was the one who tried to convince One Eye not to throw people into guerrilla warfare, but to organize a proper military campaign instead. But for that, I'd need united tribes, and getting us all to work together on our own turf, that's proven to be exceptionally difficult.
Why did Camelot attack the Gunvalder tribe?
If you ask me, I got scared. The giant in our village started glowing. Maybe waking up, maybe coming alive. Whatever it is giants do. We were glad, though the other tribes, not so much. They envied us, no doubt about that.
Well, I guess the giants is why there's those giant-ass swords all over this world.
Camelot invaded our lands. Us, the Dalrida, we have changed. We're a shadow of our ancestors.
Common theme in this game.
Not the first to raise our weapons.
You were glad the giant was coming alive?
Well, you see, the giants for us are a bit like gods. We call them our protectors. It's a tradition dating back to the battles of the Age of Legends. The Dalrita befriended the giants long before Arthur ever did. There was peace between us, even when we stood on opposite sides of the war. We honor them because we believe that when they awaken, they will repay our care with their protection. It's good to have allies like them.
Regarding the move.
Yes? Who?
Nobody, yeah. How did you know King Arthur is with me?
King Arthur. His presence clings to you like a shadow, unmistakable to those who still remember him. Your words, your actions, they carry the weight of him. The way you stand, even your damn stubbornness. Arthur always left his mark on those he touched. The Gunvalder haven't forgotten. Betrayed by Camelot or not, our blood still remembers the old king. But don't mistake my recognition for trust. If Arthur truly walks with you, prove it. Show me his legacy still lives and breathes.
Fair enough. Well, we know what we gotta do. It's dead congregation taken care of. So before we head on out into this open world, get some sunlight, shall we? That way we don't need the men here protection against the weirdness. So if we head on back down to the Weirdstone mine, one of the tribes is right there anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go take a look at that mine, and that'll set us up for the first tribe interaction. I think this is how we got up here. Looks a lot different in the daylight. Yeah, it is. I remember that mine. Just gotta follow this thing. I imagine we won't run into many enemies. We killed literally everything along the way, so... yeah, this way. Man, the snowy area looks fire. I burned my hand, like an hour ago, I think, with the like scalding hot water. I was boiling some water to clean something, and my ass was stupid enough to not pay attention when I was pouring it out, and I literally poured it on my own damn hand. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I thought we had beef. Oh, well, I'd feel bad if I left you alive and not your friend, so. Yeah, so all these tribe sections, they all have elevators so far. Interesting. Let's hit this mine up first. There's nothing in here, it won't take but a minute, so. Well, you know what? This is so close to the Dalriada place, they might actually send me into the mine for the quest. So let's go talk to the tribe first. We also need some kind of merchant too, so that I can go identify those items, see what goodies we got. I want to start upgrading things, because I feel like my stuff is nowhere near maxed out. I have all this titanite in my vault too, that I just haven't used. It's got to be something to do with all that stuff. And if that's the case, then it definitely goes way higher than plus 10. That's a cool statue. That's our contact right there. We got a fast travel up here anywhere? We do not. Oh, it's right there. Should have looked around first.
Not another step.
You look cool.
You. Who are you? And why do you think you belong here?
I need to speak with your people.
Not here, you don't. Ulfr land ain't for outsiders. Not unless the voice of the tribe says otherwise. Trust me, I wouldn't let you in if you were King Arthur himself. Especially not him. He'd have a sword up his ass before he took a step past this gate.
I think you'd have something to say about that. That's the matter. Go and send me.
Seal looks real enough. Fine. Go on in. But don't cause trouble. We don't
Perished
take
thought.
kindly to outsiders sticking their noses where they shouldn't.
I mean, because it sounds like your shit has been going so good with you being
Hey, you.
stuck up inside here.
Fawn sent you, didn't he? To summon us for the moot.
More or less. How'd you know?
Just because we live up in the mountains doesn't mean we don't know what's happening in the wider world. Well, that works out perfectly. My father's been looking for someone for outside the tribes to help him with something. That's all I know. He didn't tell me much, but he sounded really serious. He told me to bring the first person I came across. His name is Strana. Please, go meet him at his forge. You can't miss it.
Forge is exactly what I'm after, friend, so thank you for that. Talk. Nice keep. Okay, we got cookwise here. Make 2 krakens. 66, 18, 90, 114. Get that popping too. 90, 78. 90's okay. 60, 78. 66. That'll be the end of that. I don't want to waste too many resources on the small stuff. Storage cache. Is there a merchant in here anywhere? You sell shit?
Boy, don't.
Oh my god, he's from the asylum. Conker. We were imprisoned together in the dungeons of the island.
Aye, that's it. I knew you looked familiar. It's good to see a fellow survivor from that cursed hole. Tell me, friend, how did you manage it? That hooded fellow helped you, didn't he? I need to know everything.
Yes, Caradoc. Not sure how I feel about him yet.
If you've got the guts to dislike the man who saved your life, he must have really done something to rub you the wrong way.
It's shady.
You know, among the Dalriada, when someone saves your life, you owe them a debt until you can repay it. Usually by saving theirs. But now that I think about it, you don't have to like them. Respect is enough. So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
What do we have? Same old. The world's ending. The weirdness is scaring the wits out of people. Just another day.
Sounds about right. That's why I wanted to get back to my own people. Why should I risk my neck for outsiders? They've always treated us Dalriada like we're some necessary evil. Sure, they're nice enough when you're useful. But once it's over, they look at you like you're a stray dog. Nay, thanks. Dalriada will always be Dalriada, even if they're not my own tribe.
Why didn't the Ulfr tribe help the Gunvold tribe?
Who knows? I wasn't here when Camelot attacked my tribe. I was already rotting in the asylum. If I had been, they wouldn't have pushed us back to the keep. Or maybe I'd have died an honourable death. I only know this. Thrigve forbade it, and the Ulfrats obey him like hounds chasing their master, even now in his current form.
What do you think of Thrigv?
Not my chieftain, not my problem. We Gunvalder worshipped our own giant. Wasn't exactly lively when I left the village, but now it's glowing. No one knows why. The Thoid called it a blessing. Told all the Dalriada they should rejoice. But if you ask me, they got scared. Maybe that's why no other tribe helped. Not Ulfr, not Volker, nor even Thoid. who told us to be happy about our giant.
The Doriata have allied with Horns of the South, who've broken ties with Camelot.
You're joking? One Eye's rebellion actually worked? Ha! Now that's a twist I didn't see
It
coming.
only worked thanks to me.
Who cares for One Eye? But credit where it's due. He pulled off something impressive. Now all that's left is to rally the other tribes, get word to One Eye, and boom! We've got ourselves a foothold in the south.
About uniting the tribes, Gerfon sent me to gather them for the moot.
Good. It's about time. These tribes have had their heads so far up their own arses, acting like their problems are the only ones that matter. Well, who doesn't have problems, eh? Back in Arthur's time, we stood as one. Now, we're so damn stubborn we can't see past our own noses. It's bloody senseless.
It was nice catching up with him. I didn't expect that.
No. I was thinking of knocking you flat in a fight, so Concha would see it and say,
I'd love to wrestle her.
hell, that Thyka's strong. I'd love to wrestle her.
You got a
But with
crush?
you, it just wouldn't work.
I'm strong enough to fight you.
No. This needs someone with a bit more meat on their bones. But thanks for the offer.
Fair enough.
We'll talk.
I was hoping she was maybe a vendor, but I guess there isn't one. Maybe inside the keep. Forge is in here, so maybe there's some vendors and merchants inside. Maybe you yourself are one, right?
Egil sent you, did he? I'm Stroner, a blacksmith. What brings you to our village?
Gerfon sent me. He's calling for the moot.
That kind of order should go straight to Thrigvi, though I doubt he'd be eager to leave his throne.
The voice of the tribe sent me to help with whatever is stopping you coming.
Well, that's good news. You're just the kind of person I've been hoping for, to help with Thrigvi, that is.
What's going on with your chieftain?
Thrigvi always dreamed of surpassing mortal strength, of becoming as mighty as the giants. He became obsessed with the lone pillar near our village. The Ulfr might not be known for their writing, but we have our legends. So we had a throne forged into the pillar and sat on it during a Wyrd Knight. What happened after that changed everything for our tribe.
He plagued himself with the weirdness. Let me guess. He went mad.
I wouldn't call it madness. Thrigvi stopped being human. He grew to a monstrous size and gained unimaginable strength. He became something other. After that, human concerns no longer mattered to him. Yet he's still Ulfr, bound by our customs and rules. It might not mean much to an outsider, but trust me, it's a very dangerous situation.
Can't you choose a new chieftain?
We tried. The moment we declared a new chieftain, Thrigvi appeared out of nowhere and killed the contender with a single blow. Then, like nothing had happened, he returned to his slumber. After that, the Ulfr began worshipping him like a god. Hard to believe, considering our disdain for magic and religion, isn't it? Yet, here we are. Don't be surprised if you hear them singing his praises or fawn. They're terrified of his power.
It's skipping dialogue by itself, by the way. That's not me that's doing that. How can I help you with Thrigvi?
The only way to remove an Ulfr chieftain is through an honorable duel, but there's no honor in fighting something like him. Perhaps my mentor, Darvan, knows how to defeat him. He won't tell me. He says he's afraid I'd try to face Thrigvi myself.
We're gonna end up becoming a
Honestly,
chieftain here.
He's probably right. If I knew how to bring him down, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But Darvan thinks if our plans were discovered, I wouldn't live to see another day. He's probably right about that too. My brothers have grown unpredictable.
I'll deal with Thrigvi.
Are you mad? Thrigvi is practically a demigod. No mortal can defeat him.
I'll go to Darvan and find out what I need for the duel.
Smart choice. He lives in the second largest house in the village. You'll find it easily enough. I'll be here if you need anything else.
I do. I need your store, because I gotta make some space for all the goodies we're gonna pick up on these quests. So, Frostbitten can go. Wall on Axe can go. We'll keep Swift Smugglers and Swift. I'll keep the Sower of Plague. War Club we don't need. Champion Long Spear. I might keep that just because. Let's sell it. Reflex can go. Remore Bows can go. Armor is where a lot of the stuff is gonna be sucking our weight down, so let's get some of this stuff gone. Rita, I'll keep that because I like the way it looks. I won't be using you. I'll keep those to check how they look. The Ulfia's Titan Steel Gauntlets can go. Druid. Definitely can just drop all the leather stuff. Beast Hide. We'll keep the Dariata Totem too. We don't need the Ulfia's Titan Steel Cloak because we're not really buffing ourselves, so we don't really benefit from it at all. And we can drop the Spoon. Now we're back at 175, so I got plenty of room to go identify those items before we wrap this episode on up. Let us check the goodies. If I can place my bonfire somewhere, that is. There we go. Fuel and identify. Let's start with the immaculate stuff, shall we? Superior Bow +7. Champion Spear +7. Sower of Plague. Champion Spear +6. Wyrd and a Poison Knight Greatsword. A Death Shield +6. Champion's Long Spear +7. Gem of Dodge. Greatsword 7. Wall on Axe 6. Greatsword 7. Gladius 7. 6. War Club +7. The unidentified items is actually a pretty fun mechanic, honestly. It's interesting to see what you get. It's almost like a loot box. Fiber and a standard issue warbow. I think we came out of that decently okay on stamina. Yes, we did. So the spear +6. One of them was +7. This one. So that's a one-handed spear then. 10 dexterities. A little chunky for me. Ironically, we already have everything we need for this. War Club +7. It's just beefy damage though. It's not. Doesn't do anything special. Crit chance by 21%, but it's a great sword, so I'd take both hand slots. Sower of Plague. I think you can dual wield great swords, but I think it's only a specific set of great swords that you can dual wield. Alright then. We are about ready to head on up here and talk to the man himself, so I'll probably... Screw it. Let's talk to him first. I was gonna say I'll split it up, but we may as well... We're here, so we may as well speak to the man, and then I'll cut the episode. You sit on the throne.
I wouldn't come any closer if I were you.
And why is that?
Because I said so. And here in the official hall of the Stone Wardens, my word is law.
You're a Stone Warden?
Live in peace. I'm not granting an audience.
You might want to once you hear what I have to say. You're not very welcoming to strangers, are you?
Ah, your powers of observation are truly impressive.
He talks like I do. Strana sent me. It's about Thrigvi.
Thrigva, that cursed fool. Undead and merged with the Lone Pillar, thinking himself invincible. And perhaps he is, for now. So I guess you want to challenge him to a duel. You cannot defeat him as you are. The Lone Pillar grants him strength beyond mortal flesh. No blade will bite. No armor will hold. Not unless you earn the blessings of the Giants. Listen well. To face Thrigva and live, you'll need more than just courage.
What do you mean?
you'll need to forge a weapon. A true marvel. One capable of shattering the Lone Pillar's might. Without it, you're as good as dead. I'll help you forge it. But you'll need to gather the Giant's blessings first. They hold all the fragments you'll need.
The blessings of the giants? How do I find them?
What do I look like? A giant keeper? The giants have no love for the likes of us anymore. Their power does not come cheaply. If Stroner sent you, then go back to his hut. His wife might know something useful. Women tend to keep the wisdom their men ignore.
Why hasn't Stroner told me about his wife?
Stroner keeps her close. Protective, I'd say. Or maybe ashamed. If we're being honest, the Ulfr tribesfolk say she's mad. Perhaps even a liar. Claiming she speaks to giants? You can imagine how that goes over. But mad or not, she knows things the rest of us don't. Don't judge her by their words. Go to her and listen. You might find her madness holds more truth than most men's sanity. Off you go.
Okay, so we gotta collect some giant blessings. Alright everybody, now that's the perfect point to wrap this one on up, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out those links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you soon with more Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Take care everybody, have a great day. Peace.